Absolutely.
Same
It's
process.
the same process.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions before I move forward? So that's the material that you start with. The alchemical process requires you to distill that material 3 times. At the end of the 3rd time, you get
Half a bottle of that.
no. Take the lid off and you can smell it. I started with what you're looking at here is 1/3 of a pound of rose petals. This is what rose petals look like when you buy them. They're lovely and silver, sort of aluminum foil. Take the top off of that and pass it around and smell. I buy my organic materials from Star West Botanicals. You can find them online. Everything that your dear heart could ever imagine is available from Star West. Everything from Gal and Gal to Merciers, organic valerian root. Anything that you see in these period texts is available by the pound. It's pretty inexpensive. If you find a organic grower, jump on it. Let me know.
I just want the Colorado.
You can absolutely email it to me.
It comes in a bag that looks like that.
Yeah. What you're smelling are organic roses from Egypt. These are damask roses. The period text says damask rose. Each rose has a different bouquet and a different property. So that what is going around in the blue bottle is what it smells like after it is distilled. After it is distilled, it is clear. It is no longer red. The color remains.
Now, is that what's the third?
It comes over clear every time.
In the bottle is what's the 3rd one?
Yes, the bottle is the 3rd. The material that is left at the end of the 3rd distillation is going to be a very dark wine color. Alchemically, this material is then placed into the fermentation jar again. Sugar and yeast are added and it is fermented. So that the first run that you're smelling that I've passed around is rose water. Rose water is used in period. Yes?
How much sugar do you add per pound?
I have that on the website. I will tell you it is illegal completely. So that rose water is perfectly legal to produce. So that the steps that I've given you up to this point without sugar, without yeast, is totally legal in the United States and Canada. The second process, where the end material in the boiling flask is pulled back off and fermented, is illegal in the United States and Canada and England and the European Union and all of that stuff. I frequently tell people we are standing in the middle of the Whiskey Rebellion, the second war fought in the United States after the Revolutionary War. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms is now a division of Homeland Security. Making alcohol in the United States is considered a terrorist act, and you will go to prison. No questions asked.
With heat distillation.
With heat distillation, with ice distillation, with refrigerator distillation, with redistilling or distilling alcohol is illegal. And under the Patriot Act, operating a still with alcohol is considered operating a clandestine lab, and you will go to jail. You can brew beer. You can make wine. Venting and brewing are legal. Distillation is illegal of alcohol. You can distill waters. You can distill oils. You can distill fuel. You can distill fuel, but they will watch your butt. You will have the feds watching your house every day.
Question.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I failed to, I missed that part. The tradition, the rose water is the driply distilled, is that correct?
Distilled, that's correct.
And if I remember, last time I saw this class, that's also called the hydrosol?
It's called a hydrosol. If you're looking at a modern aromatherapy text, what in period is called a water is now called a hydrosol. In period, the oil is called sulfur with a big S. In period, alcohol is called mercury with a big M. What we today call mercury, the metal, is called quicksilver. In period, sulfur is called brimstone. So that the alchemical text, whenever they say sulfur, they're talking about essential oil, what we call aromatherapy, or hydrosol, water. Yes?
So in the Olympics, when they start mercury, do they mean alcohol or do they mean quicksilver?
If they say quicksilver, they're talking about the liquid metal. If they say mercury with a big M, it's alcohol. So that the period texts say that if you mix sulfur and alcohol, they cannot be separated. They are married permanently. So that you start seeing alchemical marriage. So that you will see the queen and the king standing side by side holding hands. That's the alchemical marriage. That's the essential oil and alcohol coming together. With a pot still, that cannot be broken. I can use a fractionating still today and break it. But in period, they didn't have that. So therefore, the period texts say that marriage cannot be broken. Today, I know that's not true. But, yes. I'm sorry.
One question. Before you use your rose petals, do you remove the heels?
No.
Don't remove the heels.
No.
Okay, and this gentleman wants me to ask you to speak louder.
All right, so am I misunderstanding that back in period they were not able to actually distill the essential oils, but just the hydrosol?
They were able to distill the essential oil.
How do you?
Absolutely.
All right, so if you have the hydrosol, which you described with the rose water, now how do you get the essential oils from that, or is there a different process to just get the essential oils?
It's the same process. Whenever in period, one of the things they discovered was that rose oil is extremely hard to get. Rosemary and lavender and sage are extremely easy. So that there's a material that collects in this column, in the worm. Today we call that material rose concrete. It's wax. And the wax, the rose concrete, contains rose oil. You take the concrete and you squeeze it, and you get rose absolute. And that's a very involved process. So that rose oil is extremely dear even today. Other oils are not. So that I only have one bottle